Hey guys, what's going on? So my name is Nadir Dur, and those of you who don't know me, I was the youngest truck driver ever for a company that I was working for 4 years. I think actually 5. I was working there since 2021, and I'll tell you 5 things I wish I would have learned when I was 18. I'm 24 going on 25. So that number 1, time is your greatest asset. No, why is time your greatest asset? Time is your greatest asset because at 18, you don't have any skills. You're just getting out of high school. No one knows who you are. You just graduated high school. You're probably on your way to college or getting a trade or whatever you're gonna do. This is the turning point in your life. So the things that you do now can affect you either very badly in the future or can affect you in a great way in the future. This is the point to where you start thinking about, okay, what do I want to do with my life? What type of thing do I want to get into? What type of profession or skill? It could be whatever. You want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be an engineer, whatever it is. But this is your time to think about it because you have a lot of time. But time is going to go by fast. I wish I would have listened because older people were telling me this, but time is going to fly. You're going to see that you're 19, then you're going to be 20, then 21, 22, 23, 24. Then you're going to be 25, you're going to be my age. And then if you just want to party and bang chicks, you're just going to have a bunch of stories, you know? You're not going to have anything to make up for the time. And I don't know about you, but I want to be winning by 30. So if you're 18 and you want to be winning by 25, stick around for the end of this video. Now, the second thing I wish I would have learned is that no one knows you, not your parents, not your friends, whoever it is, no one knows you anything. The reason why you don't do something is your fault. You can't go back and start blaming other people for your mistakes. You're not a kid anymore. You're an adult, and you need to act like it. You have to take accountability for your wrongdoings and for your mistakes. If you didn't do the work that you were supposed to do, you can't blame anybody except for yourself. Not your mother, not your father, not your uncle, not your cousin, nobody. No one owes you anything. You gotta go work for it. If someone isn't willing to give you something, you gotta go work for it. I'm sorry. I wish we lived in a time to where you didn't have to do anything, but unfortunately you do. You have to work. If you want to be something, you have to work very hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm gonna tell you like it is. You gotta work very hard. Because no one's giving you anything. No one is going to get you the kind of car you want. No one's going to get you the kind of apartment you want. And wasting your time on all of these chicks wanting to smash every girl you come across, this is just a waste of your time. People told me this, but I didn't listen. You're probably not going to listen either. But hey, I tried. I tried, you know. I tried to tell you. You're just going to be wasting your time. Because what you're going to be doing is, going back to point number 1, you're going to be using up your greatest asset. You're going to be using up your time. When you start talking to chicks, whether you're going on dating apps or whether you meet them in person, you got to get them on a date. Then after you get them on a date, you gotta say things the right way. You gotta know what to say. You gotta know what not to say. Then you gotta keep going on dates, and eventually the encounter turns sexual. Then if you like her, then if you like her or she likes you, then you guys keep dating. And then now you're spending money, you're spending time, sending text messages, spending time on the phone. I'm not saying you shouldn't date at all, but what I'm saying is make it a very small portion of your time, and make the majority of your time, it should be going to whatever your purpose is, or whatever you want to do in life, whatever your ambition is, whatever you want to do in the future. This is the time to go for it because you have nothing but time. Now, number 3, the third thing I wish I knew at 18 is I wish I knew that life is hard. Life is just hard. Things are gonna happen to you. People aren't gonna care. Your mom might pass away. Your aunt might pass away. Whoever raised you might pass away, whether it's your father, your aunt, your grandma. And you wanna know what? Your boss is not going to care. You're still gonna have to come to work. It's unfortunate, but I'm giving you reality. This is harsh truth. We don't do sugarcoating over here, if you don't know that by now. If you're a new subscriber, if you're a new watcher, we don't do sugarcoating over here. I'm gonna give it to you just like how it is, raw. No, people don't care about your problems. Whether your mom dies, your grandma dies, your auntie dies, the bills have to get paid. You still have to take your ass to work. Unless you're rich, you still have to take your ass to work. You gotta go to work. You gotta suck in the emotions. Just tell them you need to take off whenever the funeral is. Don't call out and go to work. That's if you want to keep a job. You start calling out, all this other stuff. People don't care about your problems. People don't feel sorry for you. People don't care whether you're sad about the things that are going on in your life. Human beings by nature are very selfish. So by nature, people are only wired to really deeply care about their problems. No one cares about your problems more than you do. This is a fact, unless you pay someone to care. But no one cares about your problems more than you do. This is tough advice, young man, but you gotta get it together. So what? So what? So what if you're sad? I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of criticism for this. So what if you're sad? So what if you're angry? Or whatever happened? You gotta go to work. Doesn't matter how you feel. You have to go against how you feel. It's just harsh truth. Sorry to tell you this, but it's just the harsh truth. You gotta go against how you feel. No matter what happens at your job, like what I do, I'm a truck driver. So in truck driving, a lot of things go wrong. Your truck could break down. Now, you thought you were gonna get off early. You were making real good time. You thought you were gonna get off 3 hours early. Then your truck starts not shifting. I'm like, what the hell is going on? This shit isn't shifting. Now, I'm pissed off. But you gotta control your emotions. You gotta control your emotions to think, hey, this is temporary. Things happen. That's the mindset you gotta have. When bad things happen, hey, things happen. Don't let it defeat you. Don't let it get you in a bad mood to where you start taking it out on other people. Because trust me, these things will affect you negatively. If you don't listen, you'll listen with the consequences that happens when you react negatively when you're angry. You have to control your emotions and not let bad things affect you or affect your performance. You're as a man or as a worker in general, you're held to a standard of performance. If you fall below the standard of performance, it's not good. Depending on how much your employer or your boss likes you, they may keep you around because they like you, or they may keep giving you chances. But eventually, chances are gonna run out. If they see there's no improvement, you will be fired. Trust me, I've been fired for plenty of jobs for reacting emotionally. Take it from me, don't do that. Point number 4 is learn about credit and things about making money, because these things are important. Your credit is very, very important. Now, I know all of you guys are gonna make the same mistake I did and try to get a car loan because you want the SS Camaro, you want the shit to be burning or the exhaust to pop, you want to go 110 on the highway, you want to race with your friends, you want to look pretty for the chick, you want to look good for the chicks, you know what I'm saying? You want to have swag, you want to be out here styling. Now is not the time. Listen, now is not the time. If you go get in debt now, it'd be very hard for you to get out of debt. And I was so stupid, I didn't even realize what I was doing. my car payment was taking a lot of my money. I'm just now looking back and saying, if I had taken that money from my car payment, I was paying like over $500 a month for both car insurance and my car payment. That's $1,000 a month. You know, I could have invested $1,000 a month into a coach, into a mentor, into a program, or into a skill, so I can make more money and go further. This is just a thought. You want to look good now, but could you imagine what the $1,000 you're gonna spend on a car could do for you? Really, just think about it. If you would have invested $1,000 in a mentor that was reputable, they got a good reputation, it's guaranteed if you do what you're supposed to do, you're gonna get results, and you do the work, invest in books, mentorship, coaching, going around seeking knowledge, you could be much further. Now is not the time for you to go get in debt. This will negatively impact you in the future. And you're going to get a really high interest rate because you don't have credit history. At 18, unless your parents set you up like that to where they added you on their credit or put you on a trade line from a young age, you don't have enough credit history to where you would be able to get a low enough interest rate. You're going to get a really high interest rate, like in the high 20s or 30s, and you're going to be fucked royally. You're going to be fucked royally. You're going to be paying 30% interest or higher on an old car like I was, on a 10, 15-year-old car, and you paying $1,000 a month for this. Now is not the time. Now is where you should be establishing credit. The first thing you want to do is get a secured credit card. You want to get a secured credit card because a secured credit card is your money. So you're going to need to deposit money. Now, what I did for a secured card is you go wherever they have, whatever bank you're with, Wells Fargo, I'm guaranteed they probably have secured cards, or whatever thing you want to use, Capital One, I use Open Sky, but you use that, you get a secured credit card. Now, whatever money you put in, that will be your limits. If you put, like I did, if you put $300, that means that's your limit. That means you can only spend up to $300 on your secured credit card. So you want to keep the secured credit card. You want to use it, but keep your usage at 30% or below. Generally below 30%. You want to keep that secured card open because this is going to be the card that has the most amount of credit history. After you had the secured card open for about 6 months to a year, make sure you have 100% on-time payments. Don't do any late payments. If you have to, set up all your bills on auto pay like I do so you don't forget to pay it. All of my bills are on auto pay. Car insurance, rent, phone bill, gas and electric. Everything is on auto pay so I don't forget to pay anything. I don't have time to be getting notices in the mail for I'm behind or my service is getting shut off. Nothing. Only time my service ever got shut off is PSE&G changed their information, so I had to go back in and change it, and my auto pay was removed. That's the only reason why my service was shut off one time. Other than that, out of living on my own for 4 years, my service has only been shut off for only one time, and that's it. So listen to me when I tell you this. If you're forgetful like I am, if you forget things, have all of your bills on auto pay. Credit is very important. Don't get into all of these problems where you got collections, because these things, it will be reported on your credit, and it's going to be hard for you to remove it because it's hard to get in contact with credit bureaus to try to get them to remove it. So, no collections, no late payments. Nope. You have to have 0 late payments, 100% on-time payments. You have 30 days to pay it. There's no excuse for you not to pay it. You shouldn't be living above your means. Live below your means at all costs. live below your means. Only for your credit card, use it for food and gas, and that's it. Stop all the useless spending. Don't use your credit card for that. Nope. Credit is very important. After you get the secure credit card, then that's when you start getting into regular credit cards, and then you start having multiple accounts, and you start building your credit from there with healthy credit usage. And you're gonna have healthy credit data to where it'll report to the credit bureaus that you have a healthy credit profile and you're not seen as a high risk. So how it goes is how interest is calculated, or what you're gonna pay for it. They go by a risk assessment. So they calculate how much of a risk you would be if they were to loan you anything. What experience do you have with loans? If, like I said, you have no credit history, you have no experience with loans. So this is why you at 18, 19, 20 with only less than a year of credit history. This is why you get really high interest rates. And so you may have a really good credit score like I did. I had like a 730, 750 credit score when I was 20 years old. But I didn't have any history. That's why. I maybe had 6 months, a year credit history. That's not enough. That is not enough. The banks don't trust you yet. You haven't shown that you can pay for things over a long period of time. You have no credit history. You have no history of paying loans, credit cards, all these other things. So they don't trust you. So you're seen as really high risk. That's why you have a high interest rate. That's a person that's much older than you have. That's much older than you are, and that has a longer credit history can get lower interest rates than you do, and a better deal overall, just because he has more credit history than you do. This is how it works. So this is the back ends on credit. Credit is very important. Now, the fifth thing I wish I would have known is you have to protect your peace. Your peace is everything. If you got these friends, I understand you just graduated high school, you got these friends from school where y'all homies, or y'all might have grew up together, or all in high school, y'all spent every day together, y'all did certain stuff together, y'all been through it. But real talk, when you get to my age, 25, most of these people you don't even talk to anymore. You don't see the people that you went to high school anymore. So it doesn't matter. I'm just keeping it real. It doesn't matter. I understand, that's bro. But if your boy isn't trying to elevate his life in the same way you are, get away from him. This is my best advice to you. Get away from him. Anyone that's not trying to elevate their life and that's not on the same time that you're on, get away from them. Because when you tell them about your goals, oh no, that sounds risky, I wouldn't do it, all this. You don't need people doubting you like that. Your friends, you need people encouraging you, or that's doing better than you, that could teach you how to do better. 18 you don't need to get to 25. If you're within those age ranges, hit me up, DM me. Let me see if I can help you out. If you want a one-on-one consultation, DM me. Let me see what I can do for you. You like my advice? This is a brotherhood. I'm here for you. I'm here giving you guys the mistakes that I made and giving you guys the game that I learned along the way to try to help you guys out. So if you want more insight, if you want a personalized game plan to whatever your situation is or whatever it is, no matter what it is, whether it's getting a skill, whether it's dealing with people, if you like my mindset, hit me up. Let me see what I can do for you. DM me for a one-on-one consultation.